why we didn't?
Why?
You looking at me specifically?
Yes.
Whoa.
Because you didn't want to.
No, Mason didn't want to either.
I think I speak for most of us when I say that we cannot wait for the release of this film. Scream 6 continues to rave, and reviews have come in regarding these actors and the project, and how they can be relatable at some points and what they had to do in order to prepare for their character.
Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my, I knew it. You know I knew it. Obviously. Greatest plot twist of all time. I feel like that's the preferred reaction.
Today we will look at the bloopers and overall funny moments, whether that is in interviews or behind the scenes, and just watch these actors goof around on and off set. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
That's sweet. I feel like there is a discrepancy though.
Have you seen him do his like Zeus's ladder or whatever?
With this film setting in New York, there are many more places to hide and more things to see. We understand that the first few pages of the script is very fast-paced. There isn't a lot of time to react or second-guess things.
100%.
All the time.
I feel like that's so easy to do in the Scream movies too, like when Tatum goes down to the garage for the first time and is teasing Ghostface. It's the most frustrating, especially because she's so likable. I think that if there's any film to engage with, it's going to be this franchise.
I think it's completely understandable, says Ortega, of the way Tara is dealing with the past. Part of what I love about this film is all of the different takes and the way that everybody handles Ghostface.
Just watch the actors and go, are you acting like you didn't do something, or are you that good of an actor? I just like to do it, and I guessed.
I'm not very good at all. I feel like I am not very good at deduction, and
Jenna Ortega starred in the previous Scream 5, where Tara and others are trying to escape Ghostface also. In this interview, we get to hear who is most likely to leak a spoiler by accident.
By sheer volume of how many times Paramount has emailed me, I have to like, I don't want it to be me, so please, anyone else. Anybody else.
But then the other day we were talking to Courtney and they brought Melissa and Jenna brought something up to Courtney about Scream 1. She was like, I don't remember any of this.
But before we get into more of these moments, some trivia for you. What does the unknown caller ask Casey Becker at the beginning of the first Scream film? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
Hi guys.
Nice to see you, Carmine.
Ich liebe dich.
Ich liebe dich auch.
That's all I know. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were a great soccer player.
Nobody said I was great. I'm just saying that, like, it was kind of, do I go with a more normal route in life or do I go with, Hollywood? Or...
In this next interview, we get to hear from Melissa Barrera in the first movie that really scared her, which is interesting.
I was obsessed with horror movies when I was like 10, 11, 12, and I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies. Sleepovers with my friends, watch Scream and Final Destination.
And it's clear that this franchise and what it does, even though it may seem repetitive with the storyline of Ghostface running around chasing a bunch of people, the creators and directors always find a way to put a new twist on things with every new film.
Yeah, so funny. I had the opportunity to work with Jasmin Savoy Brown once, and then I was like, they'll never let me do that again. I'm absolutely fired. And then they let me do it again, funnily enough. So I just count my blessings each and every day right before bedtime. So.
Much like Scream 2, Scream 6 takes the series away from Woodsboro and to college, as the core four that survived the events of 2022 Scream have moved to New York City.
Wait, I know you. Do I know you? Are you Rachel?
Melissa, yes I am.
I don't know you, but I know because I watched your season. You're amazing.
In addition to our main cast, Scream 6 also brings back some old favorites. Courtney Cox's Gale Weathers now becomes the only character to appear in all 6 films.
So much, but my dad was obsessed with television. Wow. Sorry, Dad.
Wow, if that isn't a message from the pool business above.
And with Dewey, played by David Arquette, dying in the last film, it's entirely possible that this could be the final chapter for Gale, but we will just have to wait and see.
Oh, okay, this piece of clothing only has 2 stab wounds. This one has 4. This one is completely clean. This one is completely dirty. And a lot of the times you shoot the end before you shoot the beginning, so you have to try to guess, how much do you think I'll bleed?
In this interview, Jenna Ortega even goes to answer the question of what would happen between Wednesday and Ghostface.
I feel like she would get him first.
You're right.
Yeah, she would think they're playing hide and seek. Yeah.
The design was what killed me. I thought that we should create our own little symbol that represented us and not like a Ghostface mask.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page, linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
There was one take where they wouldn't let me. I'm hanging from something and the directors didn't want to let me do it, and I stood there at the monitor like this, just staring at them until like they would let me go out and do it, and then I got to do it for the next couple of days.
Much like Melissa Barrera, we get to hear about what was Jenna Ortega's favorite scary film.
Child's Play. Child's Play, yeah, I was terrified of Chucky, and he turned me off of horror films for a really long time, actually. He made me a big scaredy cat, so I don't have nice things to say about the doll.
The directors of this film stepped into the interview seat and spoke about what they learned on Scream 5 and how it reflected on the 6th installment, and what was their most important task.
We have to have our antennas up for that stuff, and I think that we learned a ton on 5. And I think all of that is deployed in 6.
With the 6th installment, the stakes are of course higher than ever and the action goes along with that. Like we saw in some teaser clips, one character has to climb on a ladder to get across to the other house, and whether she falls or not, well, we just have to wait and see the whole movie to find out.
Dad was one of those start 'em young kind of guys in New York, set me up in a hotel room, put it on, and left.
How old
Me and my brother. Easy 4. My brother was probably 6, and the chest burster scene was absolutely one that stayed with me.
We gotta talk about that later.
Reviews have also come out for this film praising the cast on their work, and the film deftly tackles the effects that Scream 2022's Massacre had on its survivors, but it doesn't lean on this too heavily to become a thesis on the subject.
Because she's such a great role model for young girls.
I know exactly what that is.
Do you? What was it like sitting next to her at the SAG Awards?
Oh, she's such a sweetheart. I feel like it's like we kind of knew each other, but we didn't at the same time.
Barrera's performance this time around is also a step up from the wooden inflection sometimes seen in 2022's Scream, as the In the Heights breakout gets a much meatier arc that promises interesting things to come.
I mean, horror is such a communal experience.
Yes.
You need to see it with people because people are shouting and yelling at the screen and gasping, and it's contagious.
A lot of people like to point out the Easter eggs within the films, and there are a lot. Ones like the janitor dressed in Freddy Krueger's red and green sweater and fedora as a nod to the film Nightmare on Elm Street.
Girl, you sound like my best friend. She called me on the phone. She goes, we're gonna play a game. She goes like this, we're gonna play a game. Rapid fire. Here we go. Green, blue, green, inside, outside, outside, dinner, breakfast, dinner. Are you the killer? I said,
And the first scene of Drew Barrymore being killed and the first scene of the first film being played at least once in every other film after that, being it was such a popular scene.
We joked around a lot. We also joked around when we were rolling a lot.
Yeah.
We ate soup. We
did eat good soup.
Yeah, they had such good soup on set.
Yeah.
Montreal, you know what you're doing.
For the 6th installment, we will have to keep our eyes open for what other Easter eggs they want to insert. In this next interview, the cast reveal which classic Ghostface killer they would like to meet.
Oh, Mrs. Loomis.
agreed.
That's hilarious to me. I just love
Iconic.
that a mother, because it's like a mother just loved their son so much that they were like, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it for him. I'm gonna kill people.
It's always fun to see the cast get together and not only talk about the film and what it was like shooting, we get to learn about their real lives and what scares them.
He scared me to death. Even though I loved him at the end, I swore as a kid. I went downstairs and it was a trick of the shadows or something, but I swore I came screaming back up the stairs and I swore I saw E.T.
There was also some fun talk and advice about watching this installment, and any installments for that matter, with a friend instead of by yourself.
I don't want to use the word fun, but that's part of the suspense in
Did you have fun, Gail?
Well, I watched in the theater by myself with a big screen. I do not recommend that.
That's terrifying.
You need to watch it with people.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't be there, Gail.
Yeah.
Another thing that fans might have noticed was Ghostface had been handling a gun in the teaser trailer in Scream 6, and he has never been seen using such weapon. So when people saw this, it prompted a few negative and positive responses.
Oh, we love a sisterhood.
My sister. I would do anything for Melissa Barrera.
Same. I feel so lucky that we've now gotten to do 2 movies together,
"We don't want it to be safe," the director said, defending the controversial move. "We don't want it to be boring. We want it to be fun and to raise eyebrows." The Scream 6 directors also clarified how this decision changes how Ghostface interacts with the protagonist.
I used to claim that I would eat everything with fava beans. Or if someone said that something sounded good, it was always, oh yeah, with some fava beans.
Do the knife. Was that it?
We were gonna do the knife and then we were gonna do a C4.
I was in for the C4.
Because it's like a bomb.
Yeah.
In previous installments, Ghostface has walked the line in terms of being threatening. He was often outwitted by the protagonist and sometimes even thwarted by the very costume that instills fear into the victims.
Actually shooting, it was more fun.
Yeah.
It was more, you know, there were so many cool sets that we had. The New York apartment, that was definitely way too expensive and there's no way we could have been able to afford.
And as far as the answer to a trivia question, Casey receives a flirty phone call from an unknown person asking, "What's your favorite scary movie?"
Ghostface gets a lot more intimidating. I just read part of the script and it just gets more and more gory, and I think that this is probably the most aggressive and violent version of Ghostface we've ever seen, which I think would be really fun to shoot.
So what do you guys think about all these moments, and how many more films do you think they should do continuing on this franchise? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
There's something.
Yeah, I think there's something to it.
I'm
You guys
still
should-
down. I need it to be, I
Something
need to
cool.
know, I need
Yeah.
to know exactly what it is.
Yeah.